Hi there, happy Sunday. If you recall from yesterday's, I ended it. I've actually split a way too long episode. It was 52 minutes. And so I split it into two. And the first half is yesterday. You'll see it there. Saturday's entry. And then, so today, happy Sunday, you'll see the second half of what I got done on our little book here. And it's not terribly exciting, but I never promise too many thrills, chills, and excitement. It's the mundane part of prepping a journal to create it into a junk journal. So let's get back to what we were doing, okay? Hold that there. And there we go. It's an interesting envelope because, oh, I must have used it for something else because you can see a tear edge there. Sometimes I must have soaked it open. Yeah, I can feel the glue. This was from something else. So this genuinely is from my junk mail that I retrieved and tea-dyed because there obviously was a piece of paper up here that got, shredded. All right, and of course this raw edge would have been tea-dyed. So we're just going to give it a little help in the aging. Something most of us do not want. I think this needs a little more curving. Alright, and same with here. This is going to need, because it's going to show. So, and since that's a little darker than that, I don't mind marrying them up. Because I love mud distressing. I just do. Do. Makes me happy. It's already been tea-dyed. What's a little more distress? If I had a bath in hot tea, I'd be a little distressed as well. And it all looks even Steven. So, I think we did a good job. There's nothing I can do about this part. But most likely what I'm going to do once it's in the signature is just either glue this down or sew a page onto it so it's its own page on the other side. I'll decide that when the time comes. Probably stick this right in the middle signature. And that's the nice thing for me that I like when I do uneven signatures is I know that there's always a perfectly centered signature. There's always one in the middle. Sorry, I don't think I've used it yet today. So, settled a little further away. I'm not so worried now if I back up a bit. I'm not going to roll over a dog. All right, so that's good. So, and again, doesn't matter if it doesn't marry up because that will be on the other side. Let me show you in case you're new here and there's number 3. Hence why I like putting my tags. I do much better with the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Me being the stupid one. Yeah. So I think... No, I want it like that. Again, this is because this book will be opening in this direction. This is what you'll see when you turn this page. So I'm going to put the window on this side. Uh-oh. Do you see what I've done? I bet you saw it and said, wait till she tries to fit that in. And you know what? I don't care, because I'm just going to fold it again. Because I'm still going to glue it or sew it onto another piece of paper. So let's see how wide I need it. I don't want it sticking out. I'm going to bring it in a little bit more. There we go. Right there. Problem solved for now. That's the nice thing about a grungy envelope. Now, this can also be solved simply by covering it up with washi tape or collage. Or whatever it is you happen to want to use, just cover it up. It's not a big deal. I think I will trim these both sides. There we go. I'm happy. Now, where did I want it again? Ta-da! All right, we did it. We did it. Those of you who are yelling at your screen weren't yelling loud enough when I measured that wrong. But we're adaptable, right? That looks nice. Now, this will still be going into my press, so it's not going to be that bulky. It's going to come in quite a bit, and I'm okay with that. That leaves me collage room. That leaves me sewing room. I'm liking this. I still want to put these in, so I need to decide who gets what. Then I need to decide if I'm happy with the balance in the papers, because papers are different thicknesses. So signatures in my books don't always have the same, they don't have equal pages. That's already got a lot of yellow, so I'm not going to use that one. I think I'll put you in. And I think I want you sticking out from behind there. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. Is there a lot of yellow in here? No. Let's put you in. Yellow in this one, so I'm going to put this yellowy one in here. And that means you get to go in the last one. And that's nice. There we go. That looks nice. All right. I'm quite sure I'm going to be happy with these. Especially once they've been pressed. Yes, because once they've been pressed, they will come in quite a bit. I love this profile here. I think I'm going to want to put some fun tabs, maybe even some black and white face tabs, that sort of thing. I think I'm tempted now, the more I think about this great big huge page. I just love where it says the cheaper illustrated edition. I think there's one on this side too. Yes, cheaper illustrated edition. Now, where is... I'm tempted to use this. As the background. Even though a lot of it will be covered up, the title will be quite evident if I put like that. So use this as the end page. I really do like that. The cheaper illustrated edition. Oh, and it'll show that it's cheaper there. 3 shillings, 6 D. I wonder what D was. My UK subscribers, you might be able to tell me what a D is. P is pence. The L with the line through it is pound. S is shilling. D. All right, so that's the one I want because we're going with that. Oh, that's going to be a hoot. See the little things that make me happy? Now, I wonder if, do I dare try and tear it? So old, it's bound to tear nicely, don't you think? I think I might flip it over so that the blade of the edge of the ruler is closer to that fold. With the cork backing, it raises it a bit, and I want it really close to where it's already folded. I mostly just want to support that fold so it will tear where I want it. Anyhow, yeah, hubby has to work this weekend. So normally today's the Saturday I would head up. But my little friend here isn't ready for me to be gone that long. I have been trying my best to get her used to being on her own for a little, here and there. I've got to be able to go get groceries, or, if I've got to go to the doctor or that, she's got to learn to be able to be on her own. But we had a little bit of a setback with her dental procedure because she couldn't be on her own for that little while. And that sort of spoiled her. So we're starting over again with the separation anxiety. Love it. This is going to be there. I'm not worried because it will, I'm going to give myself more room here, so I've got I've got room for trimming. That's the side will get trimmed. I'm not worried about it. Oh, a little illustration. Oh, a little crying cherub. Oh, a little child dressed up as a cherub for art class. Oh, those things upset me. All right, so I'm not going to worry about it. Again, this is supposed to be a grungy kind of book, so if there's a tear in the paper, all the better. I can feel some of the glue there. This was one of those outside folios in a signature that gets the glue. So I'm just going to scrape that off. There we go. There we go. So let's just put on our imagination hats and imagine that this is the new end paper. Right there. That's beautiful. Here is the original library pocket from Upper Canada College. And I want to put it down a little lower so that we can see what the price was for the cheaper illustrated edition. Maybe it rests in peace knowing it wasn't that cheap when I bought it. I got this one at my thrift store, not at my Kirby Church store where I get them for $1. This one, sometimes I do pay more for my old books. But the books that I think are worth it are worth it. All right, that's going to be really cute. I have plans for my pocket here, and I think it's going to be cool. Now, I do think I could still go ahead. I'm not going to do it right now. I have a little book plate that I always put into my books, and I think I can just put that right there. I'll ink it, of course, and I'll put that there. It has the year. I sign it, and it's just got my Instagram address in case maybe it gets given away and given away and given away, or ends up in a thrift store, and then the person in the thrift store goes, wonder if this person is still doing things, and then they can come and find me. All right, Can't remember what else I was going to do in this one. I might be all done for now. Oh, you know what? Let's count the pages and then we'll call it a day. So let me go to miscellaneous works. No, that's the big one. That's the 1881. Oh, here we go. Thackeray, 1887, 5 signatures. So I already got my page started, but I don't know. So I've got my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then what I do is I write down how many pages are in each one, so that I can keep track. I do this every year. The front of my bullet journal is for me. The back of my bullet journal, I work from the back forward, and a page is devoted for every book I make, just so I can keep track. How many signatures did it have? What did I put in it? How much genuine ephemera? What was it? What was I happy with? What was I not happy with? I write myself notes so that I can go back to them. It saves having to rewatch videos. All right, so we're going to count. Now this one's going to have an off number, and I'll tell you why. Because I wanted this, I just wanted this page, I made it do double duty. So you'll see it's not quite the width, because I cut it offset and I glued it in. You probably can't even barely see. I folded it and glued it in so that it actually became the reinforcement, because this fold was old and I was going to have to either use washi tape or an extra piece of paper, or sometimes I'll use faux cellophane tape to reinforce an old fold that needs help. So in this case, I just used the page to do what I needed, so it's extra. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I know what I'll do. I'll add it at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means 20, but then there'll be 21 and 22. So there's 22 pages in signature 1. 22. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 20 pages in signature 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24 pages. I'm going to count it as 24 because I do plan on elongating this into a page. And of course now I've lost count. Did I say 24? I can't hear you. Let's recount, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24 pages. So in the third signature, I'll also write envelope. That just helps me know that it's got a little bit of extra bulk in it. It also helps me know, because quite often I like to make sure that every signature has at least one pocket in it, and that means signature 3 has already got its pocket. I consider the envelope a pocket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 But I'm also going to write that there is a tip out on signature 5 that adds to the bulk. So it also helps me to know when I'm trying to balance it, in case in some of the signatures I want to put a postcard, or I want to put something that's heavier, you know, a carte de visite or something. I'll try and put it in one of the other not so thick signatures. So you can see here, they're not completely equal. I'm okay with that because the papers are also not the same weight. But when you look at them from the top down, they're pretty nicely balanced. I'm quite comfortable with that. These are not, I'm not looking for perfection, and in fact I don't want perfection. I want character. So I'm okay with that. Let's see what it came to. 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 106 pages. That's a nice amount for a little book. All right. That's good. And the timing is good because I am going to put this into the press for the night, and it will come out to play tomorrow morning. So I think what I will do is now, I am going to end it here simply because I didn't set my timer and I have no idea what time it is. I will be putting in some gauze to fortify this. It's just cheesecloth gauze. I'll be using PVA glue. I was drawing a blank there. PVA glue. This is the same one Nick Booksmith uses, and you can get it on, take a look. It'll be in her list. You can also get it on Amazon is where I got it, because I couldn't find it at any of my stores, and I just thought, if it's good enough for Nick, it's good enough for me, and that's how I made that decision. And I actually like it because it's very bendy when it dries, whereas some glues don't dry bendy. They dry kind of crusty, and I want my hinges bendy. So there we go. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me as I work on this cheaper illustrated edition of Thackeray's works. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. We'll get together soon. Take care. Bye.